He was playing for small forward before he went down. Now, he's just coming off an injury, and you're asking a guy who's 6'9" to be guarding people like Blake Griffin.
Anthony
Davis.
Okay, excuse me, how does that go with the fast-paced offense that we were talking about?
I'm saying...
You're talking about defense.
Right.
We're talking about offense.
No. Okay, let me get to that.
All right.
Let me get to that.
But hurry up.
Okay,
so... I have a birthday party in 2 weeks.
Okay, so you have your best scoring option guarding some of the best power forwards in the league, and then you're having him run back. You're having him run back on a bad leg.
Bad leg.
Bad leg. Yeah.
Bad legs.
Yeah, it's a bad leg. Okay, so you're having him run back and trying to score right off of that. I don't think it's going to work out that well.
So you don't believe in the fast-paced offense of the Pacers?
No, I don't. I believe in the fast-paced offense. I think that
that the Pacers should try and pace themselves on offense.
No. That's what they've been doing.
So only two people can run back, right? Because you got David West and Roy Hibbert.
David West and Roy Hibbert are gone.
Okay.
Roy Hibbert is a Laker.
My thing.
David West is a Spur.
Good.
Yeah. No. My thing is like you should move Miles Turner to the power forward spot, and then you move Jordan Hill to the center spot. You still have Mahimi. You still have
You're kidding me.
What?
You're kidding me.
What? How is that a bad idea? How is that a bad idea?
All right.
Miles Turner.
Did you see Miles Turner?
I'm done.
Kevin, where do you see the Pacers stacking up in the East?
They might make an NFC, but that's like kind of...
No. They're going to be better than an 8th seed. They're going to definitely be in the playoffs next year.
No, I don't see them in the 8th.
They're definitely in the playoffs.
They're definitely the Pacers. They're definitely in the playoffs.
Who are they better than that made the playoffs?
Okay, they almost made the playoffs last year without Paul George.
You know who made
and now they just picked up Monte Ellis.
Celtics.
They just picked up Monte Ellis. They got a center that's better than Roy Hibbert, and they have Paul George back. And
the center that's better than...
Roy Hibbert was statistically better than Roy
Hibbert. Anybody is better than Roy Hibbert, all right?
All right.
I mean, he was 12-8.
Okay.
Hibbert's 10-7.
When you're the only good only all-star on your team, usually you go off, right? Usually. 10.6 points per game and 7 rebounds is not going off. When you are exactly 7'2" in height. He shot 44% from the field goal.
He's 7'2".
People, DeAndre Jordan is 3 inches shorter than him, and he is shooting 60? What? Just
all right, wait. This topic will be near and dear to your heart. So, what do you think about Greg Monroe signing with the Milwaukee Bucks on a 4-year max contract?
Wayne's one of Wayne's favorite players in the NBA.
Wayne, what do you think about that?
Wayne? I don't know. I actually don't know.
You don't know?
I don't
You don't know what to expect.
I don't know. He was good for the Detroit Pistons, yep, and the Milwaukee Bucks. They had a push last year after the All-Star game. They didn't make a push. They did do okay in the playoffs, even though getting killed by 60 points, the Bulls in the last game. They have a good team,
young team.
When they get Jabari Parker back,
my thing is he was a first scoring option.
Who?
Greg Monroe on the Pistons. He was a first scoring option.
What about Andre Drummond?
Andre Drummond was a scoring option. He was 13 and 13 last year. He was mostly rebounding and putbacks. He was like a young Dwight Howard, DeAndre Jordan kind of player. Again, he was second in the league in rebounds again, 2 times in a row. So I mean, he's getting there. But
there'd be some nights when Andre Drummond would out-rebound him and outscore him. I mean, he would get...
Right.
They would alternate.
They would alternate nights.
I understand alternate 20 and 10.
Right, I get that.
And then Greg Monroe at the end of the season, what happened? He got injured. And then what happened? They still did okay.
They still did all right. But that was only because of the Reggie Jackson trade.
Because Andre Drummond could step up.
I think Andre Drummond's going to break out next year. I think this is good for him. I don't think Greg Monroe going to the Bucks, where he's going to be a second option?
A second option to what?
Jabari Parker.
To Jabari Parker.
I'd say he's a first.
Well, didn't you just use the Paul George thing? Where Jabari Parker has a bad leg.
No.
And so he's going to have to take it slow.
There's a difference between an ACL and a broken leg that's clean cut.
An ACL, you still need to take care of it.
Yes, an ACL is a muscle.
Look at Darren
ACL is a muscle.
You still need to take care of it.
A leg it was all bone. There was no muscle that was damaged.
You need to still take care of it.
Right. You have to take care of it.
Go to Jabari Parker.
You have to take care of it.
Played in the NBA for 2 months as a scoring option?
No, I'm saying yes. I'm saying that Jabari's injury was worse than Paul George.
So Greg Monroe is going to have to be a first option.
I think he has to be a first option.
I mean,
he has to be a first. Who else is going to score?
Chris Middleton.
The Bucks.
Antetokounmpo is the. I mean,
OJ Mayo. Who else is going to score for them?
I can see Antetokounmpo stepping out next year.
Chris Middleton.
I can see Chris Middleton.
Chris Middleton would shoot 7 of 9.
He signed a big contract.
Yes.
Well, the Bucks are like,
I don't know why they signed him to a max deal. I don't think Chris Middleton.
My thing is,
you have to be an all-star and you have to be winning for your team, like winning big moments for your team to get a max deal. That's my opinion.
The Bucks really miss Larry Sanders. Larry Sanders was stupid.
Well, Larry Sanders was depressed.
They don't miss
right. No, but they needed a big guy. I mean, you had Antetokounmpo playing point guard.
You did. Well, Antetokounmpo can also play pretty much any position on that team.
I don't think they needed Larry Sanders because the Bucks are like what they're known for is defense.
Love Antetokounmpo!
And they're notoriously bad at offense. So they need scores. So I don't think
they're just young.
Larry Sanders.
They're just young. They're a young.
And Greg Monroe's got to be a scorer. He's got experience.
That's why
He's got
really
knowledge. He's got the rebounds.
He's 24 years old, right? He's 24, 25.
Yeah. So
you got him for 3 years. He's going to be going into his prime years when he's on that team.
Hopefully,
Hopefully.
So he's got to be a first scoring option.
All right. One thing that did happen was the Portland Trailblazers signed Enes Kanter to an offer sheet of a max deal.
Did they send him?
No.
The Oklahoma City Thunder matched the offer.
Now,
Kevin, what do you think the Thunder should have done in that situation? Do you think that they need Kanter or...
They need Kanter.
Okay.
They do need Kanter.
Yeah,
I agree.
He's projected as their starting center right now.
Right, but I have
really.
I have a theory here. I think they matched that deal knowing that they can now that they have Kanter, they can trade him off. Because there's no way that you're going to trade him. Right. But you have KD, who's going to be a free agent next year. You have Russell Westbrook, who's going to be a free agent in 2 years. Why are you spending $90 million on Enes Kanter?
Because he shot 56%.
Oh, he shot 56%.
He averaged 18.7 and 11 rebounds.
Without Durant and without Ibaka.
Okay, so
you have them coming back.
So Serge Ibaka can move up or move down. Enes Kanter can start, and he can average this many points.
Right? No, he's not worth $90 million. He's not worth $90 million.
A lot of people aren't worth $90 million.
Obviously, we were just talking about Reggie Jackson. I'm saying he's not worth $90 million. They're using it as a trade asset. I'm calling.
A trade asset?
They have someone. They just picked up. They just picked up a young starting center for a bunch of money. They're gonna trade him before Durant leaves for free agency. They're not going to keep Kanter when Durant is on free agent market. There's no way. They're going to need the money.
They're keeping him because they know Kevin Durant is leaving.
That too, but they're going to need the money. They're going to need the money if they're going to keep.
They're not going to keep Durant. Everyone knows Kevin Durant is going to leave.
No, Durant was saying he wants to stay though.
He's going to leave.
He wants to stay.
Durant
will look around.
Durant will either go to Washington or Miami. One or the other.
I think he's not. If he goes to
Miami, I don't say Miami.
I don't think Miami.
He's leaving. He's got to leave.
But can you imagine?
Russell Westbrook he led in scoring with 28 points per game. You don't need that.
Well, Westbrook's leaving too.
Oh, Westbrook's going to
Lakers.
I don't see them both leaving though.
If Durant leaves this next year in free agency, Russell Westbrook is leaving the year after. He's not staying in OKC.
My thing is, I think it's crazy how it went from 1 year being Durant's team, the next year being Westbrook's team.
Yeah,
I don't know how they're going to do it.
When it was Westbrook's team, they went 9th in the standings, and when it was KD's team, they went to the finals.
Right, but you also had
Eastern Conference.
Right, but you also had a guy playing his heart out.
You had Russell Westbrook
heart out. I don't care if he's playing his heart out. Who cares? Matthew Dellavedova played his heart out. I don't care about that. I care about the stats.
Yes, you do. It's your team, the Cavaliers.
I care about the
Cavaliers really quick. How much money are they spending this offseason?
Excuse me. They went to the finals.
How are they going to keep Tristan Thompson? How are they going to keep Tristan Thompson now?
LeBron James.
You have bird rights on him. You have bird rights on him. You can go into the luxury tax.
And they don't need to keep him.
They want to.
They do.
They need to.
They want to, but they don't need to.
They need to.
He is LeBron's
for rebounding, Avery.
Okay, Anderson Varejao, as much as I hate him, can actually rebound. All right, Timothy Mozgov can rebound. All right, we don't need LeBron James can average 7 rebounds per game. I'm not worried about rebounds. The only reason they're keeping him is because he's a defensive, physical presence in the paint. But Timothy Mozgov, when he came, they started doing 200% times better.
I really feel like that's not the case.
And look at the finals. They don't need Tristan Thompson because what they do in the finals, they just sagged off him, sagged off Mozgov. is double team LeBron and let Tristan Thompson shoot jump shots, and he can't score.
Well, my thing
was you also you also
had LeBron taking 50 shots a game.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, also averaging how many points? 30 points in the playoffs?
40.
Tristan Thompson, I think, is a much more needed player on the Cavaliers than Kevin Love. Kevin Love had no business re-signing with the Cavaliers this offseason. He should have gone to play with New York with Carmelo Anthony.
I saw that one coming. Of course you bring that one into this. Bringing the Knicks. Can we just talk about Kristaps Porzingis really quickly? Porzingis.
He's a beast.
He's good.
I think he will be the best out of that draft class. Besides Jahlil Okafor.
You're stupid.
Besides Jahlil Okafor.
I think
Moutier is going to be the best.
I think he'll be the best if they all go.
Outside of Moutier and Jahlil Okafor, he will be the best.
How tall is he?
He's 7'1".
Watch out for Miles Turner.
Athletic specimen. He's going to be good in a couple of years.
He could be better than Okafor.
The Knicks need everything they can get now.
Yeah, they need it.
Porzingis isn't ready.
You had Moutier on the board. You had Moutier on the board. You could have picked up a big later.
You could have picked up Moutier. You could have picked up Cauley Stein.
Winslow.
Cauley Stein. I would have been happier with a Cauley Stein on the Knicks than on the Kings.
But think about it this way: the Knicks did get Robin Lopez, but who's their point guard?
Who's
their point guard? Jose Calderon?
No, they got that rookie, Jeremiah Grant.
You can't rely on.
Here we go.
No, he's not a point guard.
I'm gonna kill someone. You cannot rely on rookie Anthony Bennett, first pick.
He's still crying about that from the Cavaliers.
You know what?
He's still crying about that.
Andrew Wiggins, shooting horrible. Dante Exum, sucking.
Andrew Wiggins?
How
is he horrible?
He shot horrible. His shooting percentage was horrible. He gets where he shot.
Okay, he's a rookie. He's the only scoring option. He's gonna get better.
Or Zach LaVine, Ricky Rubio, like you bring Shabazz Muhammad.
Shabazz Muhammad was injured, and he's nasty.
Shabazz is good when
he's
healthy.
Andre. The Lakers signed Lou Williams. They traded for Roy Hibbert. They signed Brandon Bass. Do they get any better than it was last season?
Who are we talking about?
The Los Angeles Lakers. Andre's tough.
I'm not sure. It's going to be. First of all, it's going to be Kobe Bryant. Probably looking at his last year or two.
He signed a 2-year deal. Get the facts straight.
Last 2 years.
Is it no? He has 1 year remaining on the contract.
I thought
this is last year.
Get the facts right.
I see Kobe leaving next year and going to a winning team.
No.
Kobe Bryant leaving?
Yep.
To go to the Knicks?
The Lakers won't want him, and he still wants another championship.
When you look at perimeter shooting, Brandon Bass,
opinion.
That's great. That's great for them. They need. I mean, the Lakers need everything they can get right now. You still have D'Angelo Russell, who.
Can I just intervene?
All right. What do you want to say?
19th points, 21st in assists with 20 assists per
Who are you
game.
looking at?
I'm looking at the Lakers.
Okay.
They have new additions to the team.
22nd in blocks, 17th in three-pointers, 22nd in free throws.
The best that they were at were fouls.
Completely different.
Fouls.
The leader in points was Kobe Bryant with 22.3, and he didn't even play the whole season. Thank you.
He got voted into the All-Star game.
He 5.6 assists. Jordan Hill got 7.9 rebounds. And
he's on the Pacers.
The Lakers are just dysfunctional.
12-8, baby.
Can we look at Jordan Hill's on the Pacers?
Yeah, he got signed to the Pacers. 2 years for $10 million, I think, like that.
I wouldn't sign him for $10 million.
Oh, I would sign him for more than that. Maybe better than
Nick Young was the second leading scorer on that team at 13.
Okay, Swaggy P is disgusting. I don't know what you're talking about. Swaggy P is the greatest of all time.
Alright, Kevin, who's your favorite in the West and the East this year?
Favorite in the West is the Spurs, and favorite in the East is still going to be the Cavs.
Wayne? Favorite in the West and the East? Quick.
Favorite in the East, the Cleveland Cavaliers. In the West, I think the Golden State Warriors can do it again.
Alright, well, I'm going to throw a few wild cards into this one.
Please don't say the Pacers or I'll kill you.
Well, I have to say that the East will go to the Heat. The Miami Heat. Calling it right now, Miami Heat. And the West will be the Clippers.
Okay, in the West, I have the Spurs. And in the East, I gotta agree with Connor. It's gotta be the Heat.
It's got to be the Heat. It's got to be the Heat.
Quick, I'm going to say the Cavs in the East and the Clippers in the West.
All right, thank you for tuning in to the Ballers, episode 2.